Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for coming today. My name is Ramona Ferreira. That's my colonial name. My actual name is Guatuque Ini Inaru. And I am the founder of Safe Section 9. Safe Section 9 is a national alliance of public housing tenants fighting against the privatization of public housing. I apologize for the background noise. We have representatives of NYCHA silencing this rally and actually infringing upon our rights as we try to express ourselves and fight for our homes, which is something guaranteed to us by the congressional code that established public housing. So first, I want to say thank you for being here today. We decided to come together as an international coalition to fight the attitude that the only way to save public housing is by opening our doors up to private developers. We disagree with that, and we believe that we can fight for the necessary funding. So I'm gonna have you guys speak to one of the tenants that lives here at the development that we're at today, and she's gonna explain to you how or why she loves public housing.
I love public housing because I need to keep my apartment. I'm a disabled person and I need to keep my apartment, and it's a nice neighborhood and everything else put together, but we don't need to destroy your apartment. They need to come and fix it, and we stay there and everything else put together, because I don't want all this fancy stuff that they're doing, because they're going to take it away from us, and I need help.
Thank you, Susan. Thank you.
Okay, the situation is that we do not want them to tear the building down for rich developers. We want them to fix the building and remain here. Because once we leave here and go rehab somewhere, they're not going to let us back in because the rent is going to be high.
I live here 34 years, and I like to live over here in housing, because what they're going to take care of us from housing. These people that we are poor people, and they're rich people to make more money. You know, that's what they're doing, okay?
If they're going to spend $1 billion, they're going to make $3 billion, $6 billion, $9 billion. They ain't going to make, you think they're going to spend $1 billion for nothing?
And where's the money going to?
Where's the money going?
Related is one of the biggest. Is the biggest landlord. You don't get to be number one because you're a nice guy. You know.
They just gave us a paper and said fill it out and submit it. Yeah. Some people went to the meeting. Some people couldn't able to go to meetings. So I'm one of the people that couldn't go to meetings who didn't go to work. So all I got was a paper on my door. These are your four options and how you want us to do it. And some people didn't vote.
Right, exactly.
Some people didn't get a chance to vote. We just got a paper the other day saying this is what's going to happen. That's messed up. I've been here for 23 years.
I've been here 58.
Exactly. 23 years from one middle to another. Don't get me wrong, we do need change. These elevators do need something.
I'm friends with Marnie, and I have to go.
But to just gather everybody and break it down, nah. Because 95% of these people are not coming back in these apartments. These apartments is being like these apartments. Them new, beautiful buildings. Half these people not coming back in if you don't meet that rent cap. These apartments not going to be $800 no more. These apartments not going to be $350, $250 no more. They're going to be real rent now. You got people that's on public assistance that's still paying $250 a month rent. They're not being let back in here. My rent is $900 a month. Not to say it's not a lot, but still, some people not going to be let back in no $1,500. So what about the low people that's here? What about the ones who raise their kids been for 20, 40, 30 years? Like, come on now, something got to give. Like, we need to negotiate better or talk better about this. Tearing down people's homes and then putting us in Staten Island and Brooklyn and Queens. I don't know that. I know the Bronx and Manhattan. Don't ship me to Staten Island to fix up my apartment. I might not get my apartment when I come back. Like, we can't do that. Something got to give.
You're saying you don't trust it?
I don't trust it. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. It would be a good thing because it's, if you look in these buildings and go, some of these elevators don't work. You see the staircase, it needs to be changed, but we don't need to be torn down.
How bad is your unit?
I live in 288. My door messed up. They need to fix the door. Make sure the crackhead's not sleeping in our building. Let us get security for our lobby. Do something like that.
It doesn't justify a demolition,
exactly.
Right?
Don't justify a demolition just because it's an eyesore, because it's a project. Because y'all building all these high class around us. I live here when it was just a high line and rats. It wasn't nothing over there but a McDonald's. Now y'all building all this, y'all want to tear us down. Nah, bro, y'all can't do that.
Elliott or Fulton?
Elliott, I'm in Elliott-Chelsea. Fulton, the same thing. We all a community. We're all a community. Fulton, Elliott, it doesn't matter. We all together. We all come to that guild and play together. We all together, no matter where you from.
And just tell us your name.
Andrea Patton, a.k.a. Cookie, baby.
Okay, this is a systematic process that's been happening since Hudson Yards moved here in this neighborhood over a decade ago. They have been eyeing these projects. They promised the people that when they took over as managers, they would renovate the apartments. There was never any demolition on the table. All of a sudden now they're demolishing buildings. People are going to be displaced. There are senior citizens that are going to be displaced. They're going to add to the homeless rolls that are happening. This is not good for anybody. The people need a place to live. They need a clean, secure place to live. I lived here 40 years. When I lived here, they didn't have any of these problems. It is systematically has been done to degrade the buildings to the point where they're saying they need a lot of work and they don't have the money. And that is a lie. They had the money. They did it on purpose in order to renovate these buildings and have it be for high priority residents, for people with income, large income, the rich. As you see, Hudson Yards is over there. They want to expand their coverage of this neighborhood. They already have property all over this city, and they still want to, it's related, the company. So they still want to keep going. These are prime real estate properties, the New York City housing properties. Every New York City housing property is on prime real estate. So what are they looking at? They're not looking to help the residents. They're not looking to improve. They're looking to develop these buildings for people that are rich and can afford to live in this city. These buildings are for people who are moderate to low income, hardworking people who deserve a good, clean building and a good life and a good home. And they're taking that home away. When they demolish these buildings, it's going to be 5 to 8 years before anybody gets to come back here. Guess what? They're not coming back. They're not coming back. So the whole situation is a lie. The whole premise for them taking over this property was a lie from the very beginning. They never wanted to renovate. They just wanted to take over the property. And these buildings are strong. They're fortified. They're better than most buildings that have been built in this city. And they want to take these buildings over so that those that are rich and powerful can live in them. This prime real estate area located near all mass transit, all kinds of different amenities, activities, theater and so on. And there are so many different things in this city. This is prime real estate. And they eyed this prime real estate, and the residents here thinking that they wouldn't have anything to say, that they would quietly go into that good night. And they're not doing that. We're not doing that. This is great living. This is a great place to live. All we need to do is have the repairs done like they were supposed to do, and then we can live properly in a place where we can afford to live. And that's what we are fighting for today. We're fighting for reasonable accommodation, reasonable life, housing, reasonable. We need it. And there are people here that have been living here for years that have put their blood, sweat, and tears in keeping this neighborhood the way it is. And all of a sudden, rich developers have come and want to take over this land and move people out and replace them with people with large incomes. And that's not fair. This city is going to the dogs. If they can spend millions of dollars to go to the moon and millions of dollars for changing the streets, they can find money to repair New York City housing. Thank you.
My name is Alita Reyes. I live in 288, 60 years. 60 years. I came to that apartment when I was 10 years old. I'm 73 now. I'm a diabetic. I'm a senior citizen on government low income. And if they demolish the building and they get me out, where am I gonna go to live? Where am I gonna go to live? Okay? Because the rent in Chelsea, I have a friend who's paying for only one room. It's a studio. And light, gas, and electric is not included. over $3,000. With $700 or $800 that I get, how do you think I'm gonna make it outside of NYCHA? Impossible. Then third of all, I'm immovable. I'm immovable. I have 8-pinch nerves in my body, and that enables me to walk. That's why I'm in the wheelchair, in the motorized wheelchair. And a lot of times I don't even go to the doctor's appointment because of my health issue. I'm nearly homebound. So how do you think they're gonna take me out of my apartment to put me where? First of all, I can't throw away my furniture because what I have I need according to my condition. You see what I mean? And I'm very happy over here. This whole neighborhood knows me. In case of emergency, anybody would help. But in another place that nobody helps me, I'm by myself. Another thing, this is a rent control. This is rent control. If you don't make it, you don't pay it. For a 5.5-room apartment with gas, light, and electric, I pay only $280. $280. Where am I gonna get that rent? And then second of all, I need the elevator because of my immobility and the wheelchair. You see what I mean? So everything here is set around me. If they take it away, I have nothing. Save our homes! Save our homes! Save our homes! Save our homes!